Hello, everybody, and welcome to our training on tickets. My name is Tony Diaz. I'm one of the system administrators for the Balanced State of Pennsylvania, and I'll be conducting our training today on ticket submission, ticket review, ticket response, and closing tickets. As you can see here, I'm all set up and ready to log in to our client track 19. We know we are going into the training side because of the mouse wearing the graduation cap. Anytime you see this symbol here at the bottom, it means that we are logging into our training environment. Today I'll be in the 2020 users work group under my fake organization. So we'll go ahead and log in here, and it's going to take me to my home screen. And today we're going to be talking about tickets. So the first thing that we want to talk about is how to submit a ticket and why to submit a ticket. So first we'll say how to submit. Anytime you log into Client Track, you're going to see these three things in your upper right hand corner. It's going to say your name, the word help, and sign out. So if you sign out, you're going to exit the system. You'll be done for the day. And if you click over here, it's going to show you what work group you're in and what organization you're in. This is what we're going to be looking at here, which is our help. Excuse me, our help button. We go ahead and click on this button, and it's going to open up the help box. So on the right hand side are ways to submit tickets, and on the left hand side are other things that you can do, such as view documentation or watch a video, read the administration guide, so on and so forth. Today we're going to be focusing on the right column. There are three kinds of tickets that you can submit. You can report an issue, which is for functionality. So if there's a report that's not running, you can't find a client, the enrollment's not working properly, the VESPADAT is not loading correctly or recording the score correctly, households are not reviewing accurately, and you're getting some kind of error when you go to fix it, saying something's wrong here, then you want to report an issue. So all functionality in the HMIS system that has to do with the processes of the system you want to report as an issue. The other one is pretty straightforward. Ask a question. So if you have a question, how do I do this? How do I do that? Then you can feel free to submit a question, or you can make a suggestion. So if you want to make a suggestion, then you would click on this and you would say, hey, I got a great idea. The home screen should be colored red and green. Or I think we need an additional report. Or I found a new way to search for a client. I think we should be able to search by date of birth. So these would all fall under suggestions, and we have had some good suggestions that come through. You just go ahead and click on that. So three types of tickets: report an issue, ask a question, make a suggestion, and they all are submitted the same way. So most commonly is report an issue. We're going to go ahead and do that. Okay, so this is your issue box, and it's the same as your suggestion box or your ask a question box. So the first thing you're going to want to do is put in your headline. So let's say you went to go change your password and the password function was not working. So you could say password function not working. So there's your headline. So you've already given us two big pieces of information. One, that you're reporting an issue, and two, your headline. It's the password function is not working, so we know it's going to be about passwords. Now you get down here into please describe the issue. You get to tell your story. So I logged into CT19 and tried to change my password from the home screen I got an error saying something is wrong here. And you can put that in quotes. You go on and add a little more detail. I was logged into 2020 users and my fake organization. Please see attached screenshot. Okay, so now you've told your story. You've supplied details. You've given the organization, the work group that you're in. You're on the home screen. You were trying to change your password. And you've attached a screenshot. So to attach your screenshot, you go ahead and take it. And then where it says attach a file or a screenshot, you would click on that. It would allow you to choose a file, and then you can attach. And there's no limit to the amount that you can attach. So the next thing you're going to do is it's going to pre-populate, or if it doesn't, you will need to populate after your first ticket the information for yourself, your email address, and your phone number. And then it's going to give you the option to notify additional people. So when you click on this, it's going to open up, it's going to give the name. So we'll say Tommy Jane, and the email is going to be tom at, we'll just say circus.com. A phone number, let's say his number's all sevens, and then a note. If you have a note to leave, please keep Tommy posted. And then we'll go ahead and submit our ticket, and we hit submit. So now our ticket is traveling through the system and going to where all tickets go. So when this happens, once you hit that submit button, you come over here to help and you report your issue and you hit your submit button. What happens is it sets off a chain of events. So your ticket goes with the other tickets, and a series of emails go out from clienttrack-1-4@clienttrack.com. Emails will go out to anybody that you added as additional people. You will receive an email, and DCED will receive an email. So anytime there's a movement or a change on your ticket, these emails will go out. So the emails are really important that you let them through your spam filter, you let them through your junk folder, you make sure they get to your inbox, and then please, please, please read them when they show up. They don't contain a lot of information, but it's always pertinent information. It's usually just a line or two that says your ticket has been successfully submitted, or there is a new note that has been posted in your ticket, or your ticket has been fixed and it needs to be verified. Those are the three big things that they'll say. So they're very brief. It only takes a second to read them, but it is very important to read them and to let them through your spam filters and your junk folders, and make sure that they're getting to your inbox, because that's going to lead to quicker resolution on the tickets. One other caveat, I know that everybody's on the alert for phishing and things like that. So these are fully legitimate emails from clienttrack-1-4 at clienttrack.com. The caveat that I'm mentioning now is that the second number may be different. So it'll be any number between 1 and, I believe, 5. So it'll say clienttrack-1-4 most of the time, but you may occasionally get -1-1, clienttrack-1-2, clienttrack-1-3, -4, -5. Any one of those is a legitimate email from ClientTrack. They're safe to open. It's not phishing. It's something that you do need to look at. But it is important to be aware that although the majority will come from clienttrack-1-4 at clienttrack.com, you may receive one from another digit in the 1 to 5 spectrum. And that's how ClientTrack does it. Okay, so we submitted our ticket and you have received your email that says, hey, your ticket's been assigned, or hey, there's a note in your ticket, or maybe you remembered some new information that you wanted to add to your ticket. So how do you find your ticket? And that's what we're going to talk about now, is how to find a ticket inside of ClientTrack. So what we're going to do is, if we're not already on the home page, we're going to go to the home page. And you can always access the home page by clicking on the 2 arrows heading in either direction, right next to where it says ClientTrack. When you click on this, it'll open up a carousel. And that carousel is going to let you access different tabs in ClientTrack. So if we were in Clients and we wanted to check on our tickets, we would click on the flag, come over here to Home, click on Home, and then we would be back at Home. Now, over on the left side, it'll say Home, and then down here, it'll say My ClientTrack. So if it just says My ClientTrack, there's a little triangle right here. You can click on that and it'll expand out the menu. And then you simply scroll down past Change My Password to My Submitted Issues. You click on My Submitted Issues and it'll take you to all the tickets that you have submitted. Okay, so when this screen comes up, it'll say My Submitted Issues here. And then it'll have a list of all the issues you submitted. So going from left to right, you have the pen and paper, the pencil and pad. You click on this, you're going to be able to edit and view your issue. Because we're in training, it says PA HMIS train, and then it gives a number. That's a ticket number. In production, it'll look slightly different. The word train won't be there, and the ticket number will be a 5-digit number. The date you submitted it, and the type of ticket it was. So these are all functionality issues. If this was a question, it would say question. If this was a suggestion, it would say suggestion here. And then your headline will show up. and then the status of the ticket. So this one's new, these are fixed and need verified, and then who the ticket has been assigned to. So most tickets will be assigned to either myself or Ritu Parmar. And when you look here, you'll be able to see who is working on your ticket and who is leaving notes for you inside. So let's see. We'll go ahead and click on this, the pen and paper. So when you click into your ticket, there's a bunch going on here. First thing is that way over here at the paperclip, it gives you the option to attach another file. Now, because this debug information is here, which is for IT, it's always going to have the number 1 here. But as you add screenshots and if you add a file, this number that says 1 right here will go up. It'll be 2, 3, 4, 5, just according to how many you've added. And then when you hover over the paperclip, it'll give you the option to select screenshot 1, screenshot 2, file 1, file 2, whatever you have uploaded there. Also gives you the opportunity to mark the issue as fixed by clicking on this paper right here. Over here on the left, it's going to give you your information again, the ticket number and the headline. It's going to say who submitted it, so your information will be there by hovering over it. The date it was submitted, and who else needs to be kept up to date on this ticket. It'll also give you the option to add another interested party. So with both of these functions, the paperclip and the interested party, you'll have a second chance to add additional people here or to add additional screenshots here. Then as you move down the ticket, it'll have your personal information that you wrote your story of what is going on. And then down here, you'll be able to add a new note. So up here, you would see any note that was left for you by the person working on the ticket. It may be an information request, maybe a notification that it's been fixed or that it's a known error and it's being worked on throughout the entire system. Any information that needs to be transmitted to you will show up here. And then you have your opportunity to respond by adding a new note. So when you add a new note, you can add new information. You can respond to request for information. Or you can ask for an update. Or you can say that this ticket has self-resolved. You could say this ticket is no longer an issue. No longer needs attention. So whatever you say, you just want to give a few details, whether you're adding information like, hey, I just remembered it's happening to more than one client, this is the additional client, or respond to a request of information, we left you a note, you're writing back and saying, okay, so you wanted to know how many times this happened. It happened 5 times. Or you can ask for an update and say, hey, you know, it's been a couple of days, I haven't heard from you, has there been any progress on my ticket? Or you could say, ticket no longer needs attention. Say this ticket has been resolved. I signed off last night and then I signed back in this morning and I tried it and it just worked again. So most importantly, After you add the information, you are going to want to save the note. If you do not save the note, then it does not save, and when you click out of this ticket, it's going to disappear. So after writing what you have to say, you're always going to want to save the note, and that'll stick it like glue to your ticket, and we'll be able to see it. Otherwise, when you click out, it won't be there. Save the note and mark the issue as fixed. Is usually for the people working on the ticket. So we would communicate, hey, you wanted the password function to work properly. It's now working properly. We're going to save this note and mark it as fixed. So what happens when that happens is that it asks for you to verify it. So once we save it and mark the issue as fixed, we are going to choose training because we are in the training environment. When we do this in production, we will choose production. So since we're in training, we'll choose training. We'll go ahead and submit that. And there, now it's fixed and verified needed. So in order to verify this, you have to go back in. And there's a few ways to do it. I'll show you the preferred way. The preferred way is to go in and to add a note and say, this is no longer an issue. It is resolved to my satisfaction. And then there's a couple of different ways that you can verify. You can verify down here. You can verify by saving the note and closing the issue, or you can verify up here, which you would do if you wanted to edit the fixed details, mark the issue as verified, or mark the issue as not fixed. So if it's not fixed, you can leave a note, and then you could come up here and say the issue is not fixed. Or if there's some detail that was wrong, when we say instead of the home screen was the client screen, you can come in and just edit it so that it has the correct screen. Or you could just mark the issue as verified, saying that I'm verifying this issue is fixed. The same thing will happen here when you save the note and close the issue. It's going to mark the issue as fixed. So we'll come down here and verify the issue. I'm in training. I'm verifying this is fixed. And to verify. Okay, and so now that disappears. Now DCED will always have a record of the ticket. We have a record of every ticket that's ever been submitted, but it'll disappear out of your ticket box so that you will only see the tickets that are still being worked on. And that concludes our training for today. We did run a little bit long, but I hope everybody had a good time. And we will see you next time. Thank you so much.